Let's bring in Democratic Representative from North Carolina, Wiley Nickel. Been supportive of President Biden, but said he was going to watch this conference very carefully. What did you see, Congressman?
I saw a president at home on the world stage. President Biden came out strong and proved why he's our Democratic nominee for President of the United States of America.
So, did this change your reckoning of whether or not he is reliable enough to win and serve another term?
You know, I've always been supportive of the president. I worked for then Vice President Biden as a young staffer. And, you know, I saw a president of the United States at home on the world stage answering the toughest questions over and over. I get these questions about Joe Biden's, ability to do the job every single day for the last few weeks here in Congress over and over. And I'm hoping that he put most of those questions to bed tonight, and we can start talking about the issues. We can start talking about why Donald Trump would be a disaster, someone who wants to ban abortion with no exceptions, roll back, tax cuts he would give tax cuts to corporations and the wealthy. And on tonight especially, he would go and if Trump were in the Oval Office, he would hand Ukraine to Vladimir Putin. The stakes are so incredibly high. And I got to see a president at home on the world stage doing a great job tonight.
But he called Kamala Harris Trump. Doesn't that mean he's lost it? I'm being facetious. You saw how much purchase that got.
I have traveled all over with you, but you know he has been making verbal gaffes for decades. That's just Joe Biden. And right. You saw what he said after that, and you saw what he said before that. And I think if folks, are only watching a 2-second clip, they're going to be scratching their heads. But if you actually watch the whole press conference, you'd see a president who I thought was very funny. I loved the line at the end where he's talking about his vice president versus Trump's vice president who doesn't support him. There's a huge contrast right there.
Do you think your party is strong enough to stick with Biden, or are there too many, too afraid, looking at the polls, thinking you're going to lose key races, and that it's too late, and they're going to push Biden to get out, even though they have no plan of what to do next?
I think the place where this is the only person who can get Joe Biden out of the race is Joe Biden. That would be a decision he'd have to make. And I have heard him say over and over now that that's not going to happen. I heard him say it several times to multiple questions by reporters. So my focus is just doing everything we can to strengthen our Democratic nominee so he can beat Donald Trump and talk about what he's going to do that will help the people I represent in North Carolina over the next 4 years. He's delivered for our state. He's going to continue doing that. Inflation is going down. The cost of groceries are going down. Those are good things for the folks that I represent.
Listen to this. You know Jim Himes, right? Democrat.
Sure.
Where's he? Which state is he from? I guess I have mental problems too. Maybe I'll have to take some kind of cogency test. But Jim Himes just put out a statement
Connecticut.
that he thinks Biden. Yeah, Connecticut. That's right. I've only interviewed him like a dozen times. Why would I remember? But he just put out that he thinks Biden has to step away. The 2020 election will define the future of American democracy, and we must put forth the strongest candidate possible to confront the threat posed by Trump's promised MAGA authoritarianism. I no longer believe that is Joe Biden. What do you say to that, and who is stronger? He doesn't say.
I think every candidate for office, every member of the House and Senate has to make their own decisions. But I'm betting on Joe Biden, and I'm rooting for the guy. And from what I saw tonight, that's going to be a good bet.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.